In a small, eerie town nestled deep in the heart of Mexico, something sinister was afoot. The townspeople whispered in hushed tones about the mysterious case of the missing Mexican nurse. The nurse, Consuela, had been responsible for caring for the sick and elderly in the town for years. She was kind, compassionate, and her warm smile brought comfort to those in need. But now, she was nowhere to be found. Local authorities were baffled by the disappearance. The crime scene yielded no evidence, no signs of struggle, no trace of foul play. It was as if Consuela had simply vanished into thin air. Leading the investigation was Detective Alejandro Hernandez, a seasoned officer known for his sharp intuition and keen eye for detail. Alejandro had seen his fair share of macabre cases, but this one felt different. It sent shivers down his spine. As Alejandro delved deeper into the mystery, he uncovered a web of dark secrets lurking beneath the surface of this seemingly idyllic town. Secrets that would lead him on a path he never could have imagined. He decided to start his investigation by speaking to Consuela's fellow nurses at the local hospital. One of them, Rosa, had been working closely with Consuela and might hold key information. Alejandro arranged to meet Rosa at a quaint little cafe in the heart of town. The ambience was cozy, but there was an underlying tension in the air. Sensing Alejandro's unease, Rosa looked into his eyes and said, "You're getting closer, detective. The truth is closer than you think." Alejandro leaned in, trying to suppress his excitement. "Rosa, please, you must tell me what you know. Lives depend on it." Rosa's expression turned grave, and she whispered, "Consuela. She wasn't just a nurse. She was also a healer, practicing ancient rituals passed down through generations. It was rumored that she had the ability to cure the incurable, but at a terrible cost." Alejandro's curiosity piqued. He pressed for more information. "What kind of rituals? What terrible cost?" Rosa hesitated, her eyes filled with fear. "It's said that Consuela made a pact with a malevolent spirit. Once a month, under the full moon, she would offer a sacrifice to maintain her powers. But this time something went terribly wrong." Alejandro's mind raced with theories and possibilities. He suddenly felt a chill down his spine as he realized the magnitude of what he had stumbled upon. "Rosa, we need to find her. Lives are at stake." Determined, Alejandro gathered his team and set out to uncover the truth. They combed through Consuela's residence, searching for clues. And that's when they found it. A hidden compartment under her bed containing a diary detailing her dark practices. Alejandro immersed himself in the diary, reading about the sacrifices Consuela had made, the spells she had cast, and the power she had gained. The more he read, the more he realized just how deep the darkness ran. Just as Alejandro reached the last page, a message on his phone pinged. It was a text from an unknown number, reading, "I know what you're looking for. Meet me at midnight by the old church." The detective's heart raced as he realized he was close to uncovering the truth. Gathering his team, Alejandro headed towards the old church on the outskirts of town. As the clock struck midnight, Alejandro stood outside the towering doors of the dilapidated church, a foreboding presence lingering in the air. He pushed open the doors, his heart pounding against his chest. The church was bathed in an eerie glow from the moon, casting long shadows on the ancient pews. A figure emerged from the darkness. It was Consuela. Alejandro approached, his voice calm yet filled with determination. "Consuela, we know everything. Please, tell us what happened." Consuela's eyes were cold, devoid of the warmth Alejandro had seen in the photographs. Her voice echoed through the church, laced with ancient wisdom and a hint of malevolence. "You mortals dare meddle in forces beyond your comprehension. You will pay the price." Suddenly, the ground beneath Alejandro gave way, and he plummeted into a hidden chamber below the church. Surrounded by a collection of human bones, Alejandro felt a chill crawl through his veins. He was trapped. Meanwhile, back at the police station, the atmosphere was grim. Alejandro's team, worried for his safety, decided to gather any information they could to save him from whatever fate awaited. The team delved deeper into the ancient rituals described in Consuela's diary, hoping to find a way to counteract her evil powers. Hours went by, but time was running out. Just as the team was about to give up hope, a breakthrough occurred. Officer Maria discovered a forgotten book in the depths of the town library, The Lost Spells of the Aztecs. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Alejandro's team raced to the old church, desperate to save their colleague. But little did they know that Consuelo had other plans in store for them. As they entered the church, shadows seemed to dance across the walls. Whispers echoed through the air, chilling their spines. They could feel the presence of something far more sinister than they had ever imagined. Consuela's voice boomed through the church, her words dripping with malice. "You will never escape me. The darkness will consume you all." Maria, fueled by determination, chanted the ancient spell they had discovered. The air crackled with energy as the incantation poured forth from her lips. A faint glow surrounded the team, shielding them from Consuela's evil grip. Consuela, momentarily weakened, lunged at the team, her eyes filled with rage. But they were ready. They fought back with every ounce of strength they possessed, their resolve unyielding. A fierce battle ensued, echoing through the desolate church. Spells collided, cries of anguish filled the air, and the ground shook beneath them. The fight against the darkness had begun. Alejandro, trapped in the dark chamber, felt a surge of hope as he heard the commotion above. He struggled against his restraints, desperate to join the fray. With one final burst of energy, Alejandro broke free from his prison, rushing to aid his colleagues. As he emerged into the church, he saw the team fighting valiantly against Consuela, their determination unwavering. Adrenaline pumping through his veins, Alejandro joined the battle. With their combined efforts, they unleashed a torrent of light and energy, shattering the darkness that had consumed the church. Consuela let out a piercing scream as she dissolved into nothingness, vanquished by the collective power of Alejandro and his team. The church fell silent, the tension lifting from the air. As the team caught their breath, Alejandro's eyes met Maria's. There was a silent understanding between them. They had triumphed over evil together. Days turned into weeks, and the small town began to heal from the horrors they had endured. Alejandro and his team were hailed as heroes, their bravery etched into the history of the town. The missing nurse case became a chilling tale whispered by parents to their children, a reminder of the power of darkness and the triumph of light. Alejandro, now a revered figure in the town, refused to rest on his laurels. He wanted to ensure that Consuela's dark powers would never harm anyone again. With the help of the townspeople, Alejandro organized a ritual to cleanse the town of the lingering evil. The local shamans and elders gathered, chanting ancient prayers to purify the place that had once been tainted. As night fell, the townspeople stood in a circle around the old church, their voices rising in unison. With each prayer, the darkness receded, replaced by a warm glow that permeated the air. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the town, extinguishing the candles and leaving the place in complete darkness. Panic reverberated through the crowd, but Alejandro stood firm, his faith unwavering. From the shadowy abyss emerged a figure, glowing with an otherworldly light. It was Consuela, but transformed, her eyes brimming with remorse and sorrow. She approached Alejandro, her voice filled with anguish. "I am bound to this place, cursed to bear the weight of my transgressions. Please, help me find redemption." Alejandro, his heart filled with compassion, took Consuela's hand. "We will find a way. We will help you find peace." Days turned into months as Alejandro delved into ancient texts, seeking answers to lift the curse that had befallen Consuela. And finally, he found it, a ritual that could banish her darkness forever. Gathering the town's elders and shamans once more, Alejandro and Consuela prepared for the ritual that would set her free. The air crackled with anticipation as they chanted the ancient incantation. A blinding light engulfed Consuela, lifting her from the shadows that had consumed her. The darkness that had haunted the town for generations was finally vanquished. As the light faded, Consuela stood before Alejandro, her eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you for showing me the way. I can finally find peace." The curse lifted, the town embraced Consuela, and a sense of renewal washed over the once blighted place. Life returned to normal, but the memory of the mysterious case of the missing Mexican nurse would forever be etched in their hearts. Alejandro, content with the resolution, decided to leave the town, knowing that he had played a pivotal role in their healing. But as he boarded the bus, A young woman caught his eye. It was Rosa, the nurse who had set him on this treacherous path. Rosa approached him, a small smile playing on her lips. "You can't leave just yet, detective. There's something you need to know." Perplexed, Alejandro followed Rosa to a secluded spot. Beneath a flickering lamppost, she revealed a photograph that sent shockwaves through his body. It was a picture of Consuela, alive and well, standing next to a man Alejandro had never seen before. "I was right about one thing," Rosa said, her tone laced with mystery. "The truth is closer than you think." Alejandro's mind spun with confusion. If Consuela is alive, then who did we fight in that church? And why? Rosa's eyes twinkled mischievously. "Some answers are better left unknown, detective. Sometimes the truth is more chilling than fiction." Alejandro, torn between frustration and curiosity, couldn't help but chuckle. "You certainly know how to keep a detective on his toes, Rosa. What do we do now?" Rosa's gaze softened. "We move forward, detective. We keep fighting against the darkness, even if it takes us to the ends of the earth. There's always another mystery waiting to be solved." Alejandro nodded, a renewed sense of purpose burning within him. With Rosa by his side, he knew they could face any challenge that lay ahead. And so, Detective Alejandro Hernandez and Nurse Rosa embarked on a journey, their paths intertwined in their quest for justice. They traveled from town to town, unraveling mysteries and bringing light to the darkest corners of the world. Along the way, they encountered haunted houses, vengeful spirits, and even the occasional misadventure involving cursed artifacts. But through it all, their bond grew stronger, their hearts filled with a shared determination to make a difference. Years passed, and Alejandro and Rosa became legends, their names whispered in awe by both the people they had saved and the criminals they had brought to justice. One stormy night, as they regaled each other with tales of their past cases, an urgent message arrived. A town in the jungles of South America was plagued by a curse that had threatened their very existence. Alejandro and Rosa shared a knowing glance and packed their bags, ready to face yet another sinister challenge. This was just the beginning of a new chapter that would test their skills and push them to their limits. As they boarded the plane, Rosa turned to Alejandro, a mischievous glint in her eyes. "You know, detective, these adventures have been thrilling, but I have a feeling there's still something missing." Alejandro arched an eyebrow, a smile playing on his lips. "Oh, and what might that be?" Rosa leaned in closer, her voice lowering to a sultry whisper. "Well, perhaps we should solve that mystery between the two of us, don't you think?" Alejandro's eyes widened, his heart racing with anticipation. "Are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting?" Rosa's grin widened. "Oh, detective, you're quick on the uptake. Let's just say, solving crimes isn't the only thing we're good at." With a mixture of excitement and trepidation, Alejandro took Rosa's hand, ready to embark on a new adventure, one filled with both danger and passion. And so, as the plane soared into the starry night, their destinies intertwined. Alejandro and Rosa embarked on a journey that would test their skills, challenge their hearts, and leave them forever entwined in the tapestry of the mysterious and the magical. Together, they would continue to solve the unexplained, with a sprinkle of love, a dash of adventure, and a whole lot of passion. The mysterious case of the missing Mexican nurse was just the beginning of their thrilling tale, and who knows what would come next. One thing was certain: their story would be nothing short of legendary.